Hello, so today I'm going to explore a popular psychosocial theorist named Erik Erikson. Erikson was greatly influenced by another popular theorist named Sigmund Freud. So while he was trying to search for a different perspective than Freud, Erikson geared his research more towards the influence of culture and society, specifically on child development. So the theory consists of 8 different stages, each including a life crisis. So Erikson used the term crisis to signify a time in a child or adult's life um, that has increased vulnerability or heightened potential. So each stage and crisis must be met in order to move on to the next stage. If the crisis is not met, we could assume the downfalls that might occur to the child down the line or in the next stage. As people pass through each stage, they form personality, strengths, and weaknesses based on their development in that current stage. So that was a little overview of what the theory is about. I personally think that this is an important theory for educators, especially because each stage has the milestones that children should be at during these stage. And if you're an educator, you see these children every day, and it's very important to consider. So throughout the first stage, it's titled Trust versus Mistrust. So the ongoing theme is security and virtue of hope. So during this stage, the dependence falls primarily on the parents and the teachers. So Erikson suggested that the parents and teachers should build not only a warm and safe environment for the infant, but also an orderly and predictable place as well. So this stage allows developing infants to build a sense of hope that people will continue to provide for them down the line and as they carry on to the next stages of development. So to apply this theory to my future classroom, I would stress the importance of holding babies or even toddlers very close, having warm physical contact, and responding right away to their distress when they cry. If these needs are not met, infants are unable to learn how to be empathetic later down the road, which results in unwanted or bad behavior. But if they are met, they build that beginning sense of trust that can carry with them throughout the next stages of development. During Erikson's stage 2, it's titled Autonomy versus Shame and Doubt. So the developmental task of this stage is to acquire a sense of autonomy, which is independence, without suffering extremes of shame and doubt. So the ideal outcome of this stage is willpower and a sense of self. So in my future classroom, as I reflect on this theory, I thought it would be important to consider practicing giving very simple choices in my classroom, not giving false choices, and then again setting clear, consistent, and attainable expectations right there in the beginning of the year. And then being flexible with the changing of behaviors that I may experience each day. And then lastly, in the third stage, the title is Initiative versus Guilt. So this stresses the toddler's purpose and usually happens between the ages of 3 and 6. So during this stage, children move from simple activities to more complex activities, such as having self-control. So Erikson encourages play as a way to reduce the tension and problems that they may face throughout this stage. So I would apply this theory to my classroom by encouraging children to be very independent. I would focus my attention more at the gains as children practice new skills and activities. I wouldn't comment on the mistakes they are making along the way. And then again, I would set my expectations in line with their abilities. And I would focus my curriculum on real things, which will ultimately set them up for success in the long run. I only focused on the first 3 stages because I'm focusing on elementary school. And that's it. Thank you.